Howdy there guys, welcome back to Edgar TV. If you're new round here, my name is Matthew Edgar as a PDC professional dart player from 2011 to 2022, now working in the media and the punditry side of the game. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be talking to you about drugs testing and drugs within the sport. Talking about this from a player's perspective. I'm not going to be discussing this in terms of the anti-doping regulations and the things that you can find online by looking at the dra.co.uk website, where you'll find letters and the DRA rulebook and everything you need to know in regarding to banned substances and everything on that side of things. What I'm going to talk to you about today is a player's perspective. I'm going to be showing you and talking to you about what it's like, how this is worked, what sort of education you get, and the rules and regulations that are in place. Also, how the testing sort of works and how it is selected, because it is completely at random. And that's where we're going to start today. First of all, to know, this could happen at any point. It could happen at a TV major event, whether that's the World Championship, the Premier League, the UK Open. It could happen at a European tour. It could happen at a Pro Tour. It could happen at a Challenge Tour. It could happen at a Development Tour. If you are a PDPA registered player, you are subject to random drugs testing. Now, how it works is they turn up to a Pro Tour event, for example, and they say the 16 boards are happening all at once. They go, right, we want the next loser on board 4, we want the next loser on board 7, we want the next loser on board 10. It is that random. So the game will be underway. The match will go underway. You're not told beforehand, you are told after the game. What happens, you come off, the board official will come over to you and they will say, Matt, you have been randomly selected for a drugs test as the last loser of board 10. Here is your chaperone. Now, you'll be assigned a chaperone who will stay with you for the duration of your time under the drugs testing. And I believe it is 8 hours for which they are able to stay with you for the process. Now, the process is quite invasive. What you need to do is you need to wee into a cup. Doesn't sound too invasive, but it's actually the process you need to do. I've demonstrated it for you the best I can. So first of all, I'm going to leave my t-shirt on for you so you don't have to look at my physique. And what you need to do is you need to bring your t-shirt and your jumper up so it comes under your chin and exposes sort of your belly so you can't like slip anything in. The same thing as well you need to do with your trousers. Now, you're going to get to see the amazing Edgar TV pants here. They need to come down to the knees, which exposes all of from sort of your chest down to your knees, so you can't quite slip anything in. Now this surely is worth a subscribe at this point. If you've not subscribed to Edgar TV, that surely deserves it. That image is going to be on the internet for the rest of eternity now, and I've done that for you. So you do something for me and go hit that subscribe button. Now, it's not just weeing into a cup. Because this is done quite randomly, it normally takes a few hours, because what tends to happen is before your match, you'll prepare, you'll go to the toilet, you'll have a wee, and so you don't even need the toilet by the time you've come off from your game. Now, they do provide things like water and things so you can have some drinks and try and hurry up the process. However, the wee needs to be of a certain strength. If you don't wee to that strength, then you need to stay in the holding room with the chaperone, and let's say it can be for up to 8 hours. So I have seen people in there that get stuck in there for 6+ hours on the drugs testing. I was quite lucky when I was there. Mine was about an hour and a half to 2 hours, because like I say, I went for a wee beforehand and I was able to wee just about to the strength. Now, once you've weighed and they measured it and it's got it to the strength, you then need to go through the process of protecting that. So you seal it yourself. You read the code, so the chaperone will say to you, Matt, this is your reference number, it's 272, blah, 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 blah. Right, they know writing it down. So you've got to check the number on the bottle, the number on the packaging. You've got to check all the numbers and sign to say that that is your sample, so that it can't get mistaken anywhere else. It's not like it can easily get crossed over because it's labelled, the inside's labelled. There's no way that it can get confused with anything else. So you're signing to say that that is your sample. From there, it gets sent off. You're free to go. You've done your duty, you've done your test, you just sit back and await the results. So that's the process it goes through, and that is the same whether it's a TV major or a Pro Tour. Now, we know they're testing for sports enhancement drugs or recreational. Again, there'll be a full list of those available online. I'm not going to go through those. I don't quite understand drugs. But what I do understand as well is some medication can also flag up in a drugs test and is banned substances. So if you have a prescribed medication, then you need to show that and declare that at the state of the medication being prescribed. If you do that, you're good, you're fine, no problems. If it gets discovered and then you later reveal, that's where there's going to be a bit of tricky ground. So if you are on any sort of medication, if you are looking at playing, make sure you declare everything, even if you're not quite sure, even if it's sort of supplementary base. Check the ingredients, because there may be banned substances in there and you don't want to fall foul to this rule, because the bans for this, from what we've seen in the past, have been quite hefty. We've seen 12, 18 bans before, and I think that they're going to be the same, if not more, moving forward. One final thing on the testing, they can actually turn up to your house. This is an independent board, not the PDC doing this. It's an independent regulatory body that cover all of sport. As a professional sportsman, they can turn up to your house to do a random drugs test at your house. Now, it can only be certain times of the day. I believe it was something like between 11 and 2. I've never known an example of this ever being used or enforced, but it is in the rules and it is a requirement. If you are selected, you do have to comply with the test. Otherwise, you're going to get banned. Simple as that. Now, what do the players get told about this? Well, the education's very, very vivid. There was the PDPA, the Professional Darts Players Association, a organisation with which you can get information from, and that is what they are. They are to guide you and they are to protect you in the sort of professional game. So that is everything from drugs testing to match fixing regulations to making sure you got the right insurance, travel insurance, car insurance, etc. They are an informationary body, so they are available for help. Not only that, you get your rule book, you get your contract. So remember, the DRA rule book is very different to the PDC contract. Two different things, both of which will give you information. The website I've just shown you has information. But not only that, whenever you become a new tour card holder, you will go to a PDPA welcome meeting. As a new tour card holder, you're presented with all your requirements, whether that is tax requirements. Everything, every little bit of information that you need is presented to you there in a consultation. You will meet the appropriate people, the people from the DRA, the people from the drugs testing. Everyone will be there to give you a presentation of all the information you need to know. Then once you sign your PDC contract, that is also you saying you understand the rules and regulations. But I hope that gives you a little bit of insight. This is going to be going on the insight section of my YouTube channel, where I let you know and reveal sort of the player's perspective side of the world of darts. I'm going to be doing lots of these over the festive period. We're going to be talking about lots of different topics, lots of different insights, things you might not have known within the world of darts. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're pushing the plaque. We're getting close to 100k. Well, we're not really close, but we'll get there hopefully soon. I will catch you all soon for some more Edgar TV. And don't forget, I'll be down in the comment section if you've got any further questions.